Morning, Thursday, January 30th, 2025. I'm Larissa. My video diary. Oh my god. Oh my god. Time has come. Ugh. The time has come once again to drink from skulls. Oh my god. Oh my god, so yesterday, I made pierogi. I did. I didn't make conventional pierogi though. So like potatoes I had weren't really the right potatoes for making filling, right? Potatoes I had were the right potatoes for making potato soup, which I did that too. But first, I made pierogies, and the batch of dough I made yesterday came out really nice. It did. The batch of dough I made yesterday came out really nice. It had a real nice satiny consistency, rolled out real nice, pinched real nice when I pinched them pierogies. Pinch, smush with the fork, smush with the fork. Yeah, so I had potatoes for the filling of the pierogies. I made potatoes and leeks, and I boiled them with some garlic. I poured that water off and I kept it. Kept that water. Yeah, I did. And then with them boiled potatoes, I didn't have real butter. I'm out of real butter in my fridge, so I had to use some Earth Balance, which also did not help the texture for the filling. But they were Yukon Gold potatoes, so they were real silky, right? They weren't fluffy. You're supposed to use like a russet or something that makes a fluffy potato when you mash it. Yukon Golds aren't fluffy. They are silky, right? Anyway, so I mashed them up, the leeks and the potatoes and the garlic, mashed them all up together and added some cheese because cheese makes everything better. Just about. Just about. Yeah, but not a whole lot of cheese. I mean, I wasn't like well, Brody came in trying to cheese weasel. He was all cheese weaseling. I'm like, we in here to weasel. Came in the kitchen. He's standing there. He's like, I smell cheese. I'm like, get out of here, weasel. Gave him a little piece though. Get out of here, weasel. And what else I put in that filling? Oh, and then I put in some dried onions to suck up some of the silky wetness from them Yukon Golds, and it helped. And I put in some mushroom powder because I thought, oh, that'd be good. I put in some dried mushrooms, and it improved the texture. And then I'm like, oh, but it's still kind of slick. It needs to be a little more full feeling. So I added peas and corn. Oh my god! Who puts corn in their pierogies? Nobody. Nobody. But I did yesterday. Put peas and corn in there, and I mixed it all up. And then I had some filling, right? And I made some pierogies. And you know what? I made a couple for me to try, and they're good. They are. Once they're all boiled and fried, they're gonna be amazing. We're gonna have them today. But then I had a bunch of that potato filling left over, right? Well, what am I gonna do with that potato filling? I'm not gonna make pierogies with that again. No, it's not gonna be like how I'm always making pierogies, right? No, because the fluffy potato is better. You need the fluffy potato with black pepper and garlic and butter, real butter. Yeah, that's the way they're really made. That's the way they're really good. These ones are good too, but you know, whatever. Whatever, Larissa, can't be perfect every time. Anyway, so I had some of this potato filling left over. I'm like, oh, this is all real silky and everything. So I added that water back in. I added that water back in, and I added in some cream with some potato starch to go with that cheese and stuff. You know, break those proteins down, make them proteins silkier. Yeah, and then I added some celery seed. Yeah, and start it up, and it was a real nice soup. It was a real nice soup. I was like, that soup was good. I'm like, I know. Yeah, yeah. You could put a little bacon on top of that, even. Yeah, you could have. If you eat bacon, I don't, but you could have if you eat bacon. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I did yesterday. I did, and then I went and did something else that I never do and I hate doing, but every now and then you have to. Yeah. But hopefully this is going to be taking care of this problem I got. This issue I got. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was right. It's not what Omar said it was. It's something else. Yeah. Mm. But hopefully it's gonna be better now. Hopefully. Hopefully. Hopefully it's gonna be better. Yeah. And then I went to the gallery finally after all that. I didn't get to the gallery till like 4:15. Oh my god, it was so late. Oh my god. Yeah. And then I broke down more fabric. I did. I tore all this fabric up and made more ribbon and, for weaving. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a knot off. I got a knot off the. Well, I got one more. I got one more chest to go through. I'm gonna do that today. I'm in there. One more chest to go through. Yeah, I'm gonna take out, and I'm gonna also take out my basket that I've been weaving for years and years and years. I got this basket. I do. I got this big old basket. Been making out of grocery bags and twine. Oh my god, it's crazy. It is. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. Oh my god. Yeah. But I only work on that when I'm like super bored and have nothing else to do because it hurts my hands real bad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the technique, that weaving technique. Oh my god, it's awful. But I want to have it out with the rugs because it's like I want to be able to show this like other, right? Look at those different weaving techniques, textile techniques. Textile, and they're all recycling. Yeah, all of them are. So I'll put that out, and then in that chest, I have a bunch of other fabric. I have to go through and break down. In that chest is where I have t-shirts that I've been holding on to make t-shirt quilt, and so I have those other t-shirts which I need to break down for t-shirt quilting, and so I need to make a square, figure out what size square I'm going to use. Right, it's usually like a 10 or a 12-inch square that I use. Right, depending on the t-shirts. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, so I'll get the topper done on that. And I found I have some quilt yardage that I had made a while back. It might be big enough to back the t-shirt quilt. We'll see. It might be. It'd be interesting if it is. Yeah. Yeah, and so now I have some other canvas that I need to stitch together into a new piece of yardage, but it's not going to match the piece of yardage that I made already because there's tie-dye. I might though separate out the tie-dye, right? And start a new piece of yardage with that tie-dye canvas yardage, right? And then do another one with just the natural, and then there's red and white stripe because I could use that red and white stripe up against that black and white with the little detail of the skulls, right? Yeah. Oh, I found this garment that I was working on at one time. I've totally forgotten that I was making this thing. I pulled it out. I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, oh, this thing. Uh, so like I made some nightgowns, right? I have a couple pajama sets that are for sale. And like, oh, I'm gonna make a pajama set for a big girl, like for a really big girl. Because I was seeing there were some really big girls walking down the street for a while there. I was like, oh my God, look at that. Oh, it must be really hard to find pajamas. You deserve to have cute pajamas too. Just because you're a big girl don't mean you can't have cute pajamas. And I saw these big girls walking around. I'm like, oh, I'll make some cute pajamas for a big girl. Well, it just got out of hand. It was just like too much fabric, and I didn't have nothing to like hang it on to have reference. Like I needed a fit model, and I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna go out and ask any of these big girls if they're gonna try on these pajamas for me. So anyway, I took that apart, and the skirt off the nightgown, you know, um, I just kept that as yardage. It's just some sewn together muslin, so like it's real usable, right? It's such a big old square. But the stuff that was on the top, I broke that down. Oh, and that had all the fancy stitching and everything on it. I was like, oh, I remember doing this. But whatever. Whatever. Yeah. It had these fancy boxes and stuff stitched with this ribbon. And oh yeah, it had all these little details and stuff. I broke all that down. I did. Had this trim, this tiny little ditzy trim on it. Oh my God. It's like, oh my God. But it was perfectly stitched. It was. It was beautifully, perfectly stitched. Mm. Yeah. Anyway. So I gotta figure out my sales tax, my state for the state, my like it's different every friggin' year. So like last year, all I had to do was plug in what my gross sales were and everything. Now they got all these other questions. I don't know what the hell they're asking me. What are you asking me? I'm like, this is the numbers off of my square. You know, this is what my sales were. These are the taxes I collected. You know, here, what do you want from me? I don't know what they want. I don't know what they want. But the deadline's tomorrow. Have it filed. Oh my God. And they keep sending me these emails like, it's tomorrow, right? I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't know what you want from me. You need my $10? It's ridiculous. Like my sales were under $2,000. We're just at $2,000 last year, right? For 2024. So what do you get off of me? $2,000. It's more than $10. It's sales tax. Sales tax where it was like just under 10. It's just under 10%. It's like 9.25%, something like that. So let's round up. Say it's 10%. So like $20, $200, something like that. What is it? If I move my decimal point for 10%, right? What is that? $20, something like that. $200. I don't know. It's not a whole hell of a lot. Jeez. The state makes sure they squeeze everything they can out of me, right? Right? I don't get no budget of $500,000 to buy clothes and to sleep in hotels. No, I don't. No, I don't. It's disgusting. It's the grossest thing I've ever heard. Oh my God. Yuck. What do you do with all that money for a weekend? Oh my God. Oh my God. Seriously. Seriously. Oh. Mm. Mm. Yeah, so today I'll just work on breaking down more fabric. And once I have all the fabric broken down, then I can start. And I'm going to start by doing that horizontal rug. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe I'll start tying off on that horizontally woven rug today. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see how much fabric I have in there to break down. You know, before I leave, I'll make big old lunch. I won't make breakfast. I'll make big lunch, right, or brunch with those pierogies for Omar, and then he can heat up pierogies for dinner. Yeah. Oh, it says plane crash in D.C., huh? That's terrible. I have to wonder, though. Like, I did a little search. I did a little Google search. I'm like, who's on that plane? So there's a bunch of figure skaters on that plane. Oh, that's interesting. Bunch of figure skaters, huh? Bunch of figure skaters. That's very interesting. And some of them were Russian. Well, that's real interesting, isn't it? On a train, and it was a helicopter on a training mission. On a training mission. Oh, that sounds like a Russian irony, like with the Koreans. Told the Koreans that they were on a training mission, just like they did with the initial troops. Russia did with the initial troops they sent into Ukraine. Told them that it was just war games. It was just a training mission, and they got there and they're like, "Oh my God, it's actually war. People are actually shooting at us." Oh my God. Yeah, those people on that plane, they're all dead. That's terrible. It really is. Yeah. Yuckapoo. Mm. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wonder about like at Moss Landing. Was that some sort of like, are they investigating how the fire started? Was it sabotage? Because the other thing, like that happened right when like all of this deportation stuff started, right? So Mexico, the country of Mexico, is rich in lithium mines, right? And that's like one of their star exports now, legal exports now, um, is lithium for lithium ion batteries, right, from these places. So I have to wonder, you know, and in that area there, Moss Landing, with all of the farmland that's around there, there's plenty of opportunity for there to be people from other countries, in particular Mexico, right? So I have to wonder. Part of me wonders. A big part of me wonders, you know? And is that why they're not really talking about it much? You know? Like that's a big deal. That fire at that power plant is a big deal. Really big deal. Yeah, and it's totally being overlooked by mainstream media and by appearance the federal government, right? And even if the federal government, even if those schmucks say, "Oh, we don't give a shit about the people of California." Okay, I can accept that. Like obviously, you don't give a shit about anybody. You don't give a shit about women. You really don't. You don't give a shit about women of any kind, right? Unless they're letting you stick their dick in them, and that's the only way any of those guys give a shit about women. Um, but even if you say, okay, fuck the people in California, screw those people, fuck you people, fuck all of us, right? The coastline is extremely valuable, and not just for resource, but as military border, right? Like, um, California is front line for potential for war, right? Yeah. Mm, yeah. Hmm. So just thinking from a military strategist perspective, you know, all of the left coast out here. Mm, mm. Oh my gosh, when I came to bed last night, Omar was just like, I recorded it. I recorded him snoring. Oh my God, it was awful. It was awful. Snore-asaurus. I got like 2 minutes of him just sawing logs here. I'm like, oh my God, take the chainsaw outside. Oh my God. Yeah. So I put on my headphones and turned up the white noise, brown noise, whatever color they call it now, so it's not offensive to anybody. I don't know. Sound. Hurricanes. Hmm. What they call hurricane sounds. I don't know if it actually is or not. It's just some sort of simulated sound. There's a couple of them I took off my list though because like when I was laying listening to them, I could hear conversation behind them. I'm like, oh, there's subliminal message on this. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't want to listen to that if I know there's subliminal message, but I don't know what the subliminal message is. I don't need to listen to this. Yeah. So I took them off my list. Yeah. Like I have a CD. I have a CD. It's a Stephen Halpern CD. Um and it does have subliminal message. That's why you buy it. It has subliminal messaging on it. You're supposed to listen to it in the car. And it's supposed to keep you from getting angry in the car. It's an anti-road rage. Oh, I get irritated with other drivers. That's why I bought it. I'm like, I don't want to be yelling at people. It's like, oh, this isn't good. Just for today, I will not anger, will not worry, be filled with gratitude, do my work with integrity, and be kind to all beings. Gotta be cruel to be kind in the right doses. Cruel to be kind in the right measure. That's right. Cruel to be kind in the right measure. How it goes. You gotta be cruel to be kind. I don't know. Sometimes, it was like when I told my sister that time. she went and got her hair done, paid all that money, got her hair done to go to her company party. She looked, you look like fucking Frankenstein. What is going on with you? She did. And then Hillary Clinton wore her hair that way. No wonder that bitch lost. She had that fucking Frankenstein hairdo. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I can't let you go and out look like that. Oh my God. How much you pay for that? Oh my God. I mean, not like, I'm so fantastically beautiful or anything. No, not like I look great or anything like that. And me and my fucking thrift store clothes, right? My thrift store clothes, my flip flops, my haruki. Oh, whatever. At least I don't look like Frankenstein. that was some bad hair. It really, really was. You gotta be nice. Gotta be kind. Gotta let you know. Oh my God. Yeah, no, kindness isn't always about like, I don't know, giving people what they want. No, it's not. No. Oh, I never get what I want, so I guess everybody's super kind to me. Larissa, you can never have what you want. No. No, no. Oh, find out Larissa wants something. I'll make sure she doesn't get it. Larissa can't ever have anything that she works for. No. No, bitch. When are you gonna learn? When are you gonna learn? You're nothing but trash. Just like that little Indian girl from that family in Saratoga called you. White trash. That's what she called me. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Whatever, bitch. Whatever, bitch. I wrote about her then. I wrote about her in my magazine. I wrote about the experience, about the bigotry of the Indian community, because it's big. Yeah. And part of it comes from the caste politics in India, in particular, when people leave that system then and come to this system, right? Like there's a chip on their shoulder. Because skin color in India is part of the caste system, The darker your skin is, the lower your caste generally, right? And they sell all kinds of skin bleaching creams and everything. And oh my God. And some people, a lot of people in India are very light complected, but oh, it's ridiculous. It's so weird. It's so weird. So weird. Yeah. But by eugenic standards, she's whiter than me, which is funny. Eugenics. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop. Drip, drip, drop, little April showers. Pigment of skin doesn't indicate race. Oh, we're all people. It's all stupid. It's all stupid. Yeah. So I'm gonna do up those pierogies, like gyoza, similar to gyoza, right? Yeah, because they got the other vegetables and stuff in them, and there's like a little Japanese like potato croquette kind of thing, that goes with sushi sometimes, kind of thing. You got these potatoes in these pot stickers. They are. They're just hunky pot stickers, pierogi. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna shave up some of that cabbage I got down there. Shave it up. Shave it up. Shave that cabbage. Yeah. Our chickens have started laying. They don't usually lay during the winter, and I don't know. They must be happy. I don't know. There's 2 hens up there, henning it up, loving each other. The morning, I heard one of them trying to crow like a rooster. I'm like, chicken, you do not have chicken dick. No, you don't. You both got cloaca. She was up there trying to crow. I don't know which one it was. I don't know if it was Camilla or Tootie Bird, but Tootie Bird's a lot older than Camilla. Tootie Bird's like 2 years older than Camilla, and she's even laying still. Like Camilla puts out twice as many eggs as Tootie Bird does these days. But I was just surprised. I was just really surprised that they're going to be laying when it's so damn cold out. Usually they don't lay during the winter. Usually they don't lay until after they're molt in the spring. Yeah. They never lay during molting. I mean, birds, they don't, because they need all their energies to make new feathers when they molt. Yeah. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Chickens. Chickens. No, I don't eat chicken. I only eat unfertilized eggs, and I can taste the difference. Like the other day I got a salad, and instead of having chicken on it, I got hard-boiled eggs. Usually that's fine. Well, I took one bite of this hard-boiled egg, and I knew it was a fertilized egg. I can taste the difference in the protein, and it upsets my tummy. It does. Yeah, so Omar ate my eggs. I said, they're off. He's like, they're off? I said, no, they're not. They're not bad. I said, I can taste that they're fertilized. He goes, oh. Because he knows. Like when we had the roosters up there, every now and then we'd get a fertilized egg. And a couple times they made me throw up. Fertilized egg makes me throw up. So I can only eat unfertilized eggs. Anyway. Blech. Yeah. I used Camilla eggs and two Camilla eggs and one Tootie Bird egg to make the pierogi yesterday, to make the dough for the pierogi. So there's some protein in the dough because it's an egg dough. And then there's the peas and the corn. I could have just put in the peas because the peas with the wheat and the flour would have been complete protein too. But the peas with the corn is more readily digestible as protein. Right? Yeah. Anyway. Anyway. I'm taking a new regiment of supplements. I'm going to keep taking them. I am. I am. Because they're making my body release something. I know that for sure. I know that for sure. So, and like I did chelation therapy for a little while, years and years and years ago. I probably could stand to do it again. And I didn't do it for very long because it just like made me feel so sick, but it does. Like you gotta be careful with chelation therapy because if you do chelation too much too fast, it can kill you. Yeah. Yeah, it can. But like when I was doing the chelation therapy, like it made my internal organs feel like they were rocks inside of me. And this one supplement that I'm taking right now kind of does the same thing. And it's labeled as a drawing. It's for intestinal drawing. And so that makes sense. Like it's probably a chelation of some sort. I should read a little more about it. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna keep taking it. I'm gonna keep taking it. Draw shit out of my body. Yeah, draw out the any heavy metals. I'm sure there's heavy metals in my body. I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. I mean, I've worked with metal so much, you know? And then my paints. Oh my God. Blue, blue, electric blue. That's the color of my room. What color is electric blue? Cobalt blue? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. That plane crash. Oh, terrible. Really, really terrible. I hope they didn't suffer long.